Our team name is the Capital Gainsmen. This is our Jackson's Data Analytic project. My name is Alex. We have Tyler, Chance, and I'll be throwing it over to Matt for the first couple slides.
All right. On the on this slide, we have our first visual. All this information is for South California. In this visual, we have two tables. The one on the upper left is displaying the area region, categories, total loyalty sales per year, and the total sales per year. The second table on the right, again, has the area region, but has manufacturer name and the brand name. Both these tables can be filtered by clicking any information on them, and it will show the highest in that category. On the bottom left of the visual, we put a pie chart to show the diversity in the total sales by categories of alcohol. We have a slicer in the middle and the top that allows us to click on a year, and it will filter the tables and change the KPI based on that year. In the middle of the visual, we have a bar chart that shows us the total sales by region. Finally, we have the KPI in the middle and the bottom, calculating the sales growth percentage compared to the previous year. The KPI is adjusted based on clicking the year of the slicer. On this slide, we have our second visual. Again, all this information is for South California. In this visual, we have two line graphs. The one on the bottom left displays the total loyalty units sold by month. The second graph on the right here, again, has the total loyalty units sold, but this time by region. Both these graphs can be filtered by clicking any month on the date slicer found on the upper left, and it will show the information for that month and year. On the bottom left part of the visual, we put a line chart to show the diversity in the total sales by categories of alcohol. On the bottom right of the visual, we have a bar chart that shows the top 10 selling units by total loyalty units. Finally, we have the KPI in the middle on the top, calculating the sales growth percentage by the year. The KPI is adjusted by clicking a month on the slicer.
Awesome. Thanks, Matt. So we're going to hop into our first issue. And the first issue that we saw, or at least a potential issue, is that our sales are dominated by beer. It is actually 92% of the sales, completely dwarfing wine and liquor. Now, this could sound like a good thing, but it could lead to a lot of instability within our sales in our alcohol division, and this could leave us prone to many volatile situations when it comes to changing markets and culture, or even just changing in the supply chain. So ultimately, the first issue that we came across was the excess amount of beer that we are selling in percentage. All right. When it comes to a solution, our solution for this issue revolves around accessibility and motivation. This solution has three main parts: special sales and promotions, coupons and gamification, and incentive commission programs. So the special sales and promotion side of the solution aims to make the products in the liquor and the wine categories more economically appealing. These categories being the more expensive of the three, they could benefit from the appearance of cheaper pricing. Sales also tend to gain more eyes and thus more consideration in sales. The coupon solution addresses the value of customer loyalty and participation. Coupons that have a structured, overarching function help customers feel like they are participating in a shared experience. Not only that, but it also could incentivize the purchase of certain products beyond just receiving the product. The incentive commission programs give managers and employees in each location responsibility of selling. This isn't without reward, though. This would encourage employees to take ownership via compensation or extra bonuses, making it more of almost like a gamification within the employees of each region. And it encourages ownership to boost performance in each region.
All right. For our first KPI, we went with sales growth percentage compared to the prior year. And that is calculated by subtracting total sales by total sales the prior year and dividing that by total sales of the prior year. This is a percentage measurement, and it tracks year-over-year changes in the total sales. 1.25% is a reasonable and attainable growth rate. A positive year-over-year sales change signals a healthy business growth and momentum. It helps us evaluate how pricing, promotions, and seasonality are impacting overall performance. With nothing else selected, this KPI is currently showing a negative growth in total sales.
All right. So for the second possible issue that we looked at, we kind of focused in on loyalty transactions, and what stood out to us was how many of these are just single unit purchases, similar to the trend with beer and how that dominated its category. Over 80% of the loyalty sales are usually for one item, either just like a single can or a single bottle. And this is going to mean lower ticket sizes, lower baskets, which is we're not really getting a whole lot of value out of these loyalty customers. So this means like our bulk items, like the 6 pack, 12 packs, and especially even more than that, are really underperforming. And this kind of tells us that our shoppers are favoring more of the grab and go purchases, which in their head is winning over the value purchases. So to fix this, um, to tackle this solution or to tackle this issue, we're kind of recommending that Jackson's has a shift in how they approach their loyalty instead of only rewarding discounts, focusing on adding perceived value, like offering something extra when they buy more than one. These types of bundle deals can really make a huge difference. You know, something like buy two, get one deals, or even mix and match deals. Just getting these customers to add one, maybe two things to their cart or their basket when they're checking out, going from a single drink to just a 3 pack, could really help increase our revenue. And it's able to do this without needing more people coming to the store. We don't have to attract any new types of audiences. We're just talking same customers, bigger baskets, more revenue. So I'll try to pass it over to Alex for the next KPI.
In our second KPI, we went with loyalty unit growth rate by year. This is calculated by total loyalty units minus the total loyalty units for the prior year and dividing that by the total loyalty units for the prior year. This is also a percentage measure, and it compares the amount of units sold in the prior year to the current year for loyalty customers. A target rate for this would be about 1.08%. And an upward trend in loyalty qualified units shows the program is successfully influencing customer behavior. It means our promotions are not just attracting customers, but also encouraging them to buy more per trip. With nothing else selected, this KPI shows a negative growth currently, which means Jackson's has a negative growth in loyalty units by year. And I'll throw it over to Matt to finish it off.
So in conclusion, we went over the fact that beer accounts for roughly 92% of our total sales. This can be solved by higher price points to justify targeted discount strategies. Then our single unit purchases dominate loyalty buying trends, and we're going to implement a buy two, get one free and mix and match deals to attract some interest. Then we went over our KPIs with the sale growth percentage compared to the prior year and the loyalty unit growth percentage per year. And then we have some incomplete data that could cause some inaccuracies that could cause issues with slicing the data and interacting with other models. Our project could be more accurate with complete data. All right. Thank you, everybody.